Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Donnie T, and today we're going to be ranking the Steely Dan discography.
Oh, goody. I love Steely Dan. Growing up in Scranton, me and Corn Pop loved playing Steely Dan by the pool while he sharpened his straight razor. I had a quadraphonic 8-track tape of Can't Buy a Thrill. It was an absolute certified banger. We wore the oxide off that fucking bitch.
Shut up, Sleepy Joe. Nobody cares about your gay pool stories.
Yeah, Joe, stop wasting time. Michelle says I have to go to bed in 15 minutes. Let's rank these fucking albums already.
Okay, first up, Can't Buy a Thrill. This one is an automatic F tier for me, boys.
Hold it, Don. There are no F-tier Dan albums. It's D-tier at worst.
No, he's right, Joe. Can't Buy a Thrill is trash, Fire in the Hole is mid, and everything else on the album is filler garbage.
Fuck you, Obama. Can't Buy a Thrill is my favorite album. Me and Corn Pop used to play that record by the pool every day while the little kids would stroke my hairy legs. It's S-tier all the way, you fat fucking Cheeto.
Sorry, Joe. Can't Buy a Thrill has some great moments, but it is ruined by David Palmer's awful vocals. I'm putting it in C tier.
Fuck you, loser.
Next up, Countdown to Ecstasy.
Countdown is one of my favorite albums. I just love Ray Brown's bass parts on Razor Boy, and Rick Derringer's slide guitar on Showbiz Kids is really blistering. This was the moment that they really started to come into their own absolute S tier.
Not so fast, Obama. Countdown to Ecstasy is a fire album, but it isn't the GOAT.
Countdown to Ecstasy was released mere months after my dear Nelia was taken in that horrible accident. It is a good album, but it's still hard for me to listen to it.
Nobody cares, you sleepy moron. It's not going in S tier, Barry. It's B tier at best.
Fuck you, you fat Cheeto.
Next up, I think we can all agree that this album is mid.
Fuck you, Donnie. This is when Steely Dan really came into their own as studio perfectionists. This album is goated.
I don't know, Joe. I like Pretzel Logic, but I prefer their later material. It's so much more polished and smooth.
You heard him, Sleepy Joe. It's going in B tier. Next up, Katie Lied. It's quite possibly one of my favorite albums ever. Dr. Wu is delightful, and Phil Wood's solo is transcendental. It's S tier all the way.
I do love Katie Lied. The outtakes are numerous and delightful. Denny Diaz's guitar solo on Your Gold Teeth, 2, melts my fucking face every time I hear it. This album is so goated.
Katie Lied suffered from a faulty DBX noise reduction system. The songwriting is incredible, however the mix is thin, and the cymbals lack clarity. It's very frustrating to listen to when you know how much better it could have been. It belongs in A tier.
Fair enough. Next up, The Royal Scam. This is the Dan's hardest rocking album. Larry Carlton's guitar work on this album is the absolute fucking bomb. It's strong A tier.
I agree.
Put it ahead of Katie Lied.
Okay, gentlemen. I think we can save ourselves a little time with this next one. Asia is an automatic S tier.
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay, boys, how do we feel about Gaucho?
It's certified GOAT material. The best Steely Dan album ever. It fucking rocks my socks.
What the hell are you talking about? This album is trash. The computerized drum tracks ruin it for me. The whole album is cold and sterile, and then it just fizzles out. It's A tier at best.
God damn it, Donnie. I'm not fucking around now. If you don't put Gaucho in S tier, I'm going to push the big red button and launch a fucking nuke at Mar-a-Lago.
Okay, whatever, Sleepy Joe. I guess you'll always be a dishonest cheater, but I'm not putting it ahead of Asia. Asia's GOAT.
I like Gaucho. However, you can tell that things were starting to fall apart. An engineer deleted their best track, the second arrangement, and Walter was spiraling deep into his addictions: cocaine, morphine, barbiturates, and heroin. Damn, no wonder their music was dope as fuck. Gaucho belongs in S tier, but Donald is right. It's not better than Asia.
Okay, boys, how are we feeling about Two Against Nature?
I didn't like it when it came out. I had high hopes for their big comeback record. I remember hearing What a Shame About Me on Smooth Jazz WSJT and thinking, wow, this is going to be big. But then the album was mid.
Trash opinion, O-Bomber. 2VN is the fucking shit. I especially love Janie Runaway and Cousin Dupree.
That doesn't surprise me.
And don't forget, this album beat Eminem's debut Marshall Mathers LP for Album of the Year at the Grammys in 2001. I can't give it S tier, but it's a strong A tier.
I can't believe it, but I'm agreeing with Sleepy Joe. The only thing I didn't like about 2VN is that line in Jack of Speed about right-wing hooey.
I like that part.
Fuck you, oh bummer. Don't you have hospitals to drone strike?
Come on, guys, we're almost done.
Okay, it's going in A tier, and finally we have Everything Must Go.
Oh, I like this one. I remember seeing this tour when they came to the Ice Palace. Everyone was dancing in the aisles when they started playing Lunch with Gina. Then after the show, we got some chocolate chip ice cream.
I have to be honest, I didn't like this one very much. The songs weren't very memorable. and it was kind of depressing the whole way through. It's better than Can't Buy a Thrill, but not by much.
Good call, Obama. I was very much looking forward to this one. I had read on alt.music.Steely Dan that they were going to be tracking this one with analog equipment, and that Walter was going to be playing all of the bass tracks, which I was very excited about, but then I got the album and it was sad and boring. I'm putting it in B tier. All right, well, that was exciting.
Yeah, that was fun, but I have to go now. Michelle said something about taking me to Pound Town.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Cedric Harris is a motherfucking pimp. So check out the rest of his videos, and if you have any suggestions for our next tier list, leave a comment below. I gotta go. I have court in the morning. Peace out, bitches.